Gotta fucking do this in my apartment. Fucking every fucking take, my throat fucking goes. Keanu, get in here. That's how I talk to her. I'm kidding, of course, baby. To Kiki's picks. I got you.
I'm winning.
Yeah, have fun editing this fucking in hot water, boy. All right, let's get to it. Hey, hi. Welcome to Geno's Picks, where after a winless week one, it's a great time to be homeless because there's so much more shelter under the bridges with all the trolls coming out after daddy. Of course, anyone that knows football, and me too, knows that week one of the NFL today is kind of like week 3 of the preseason years ago, meaning anything can happen with the exception of Kirk Cousins or Danny Dimes actually winning. As I'll tell you, if you saw last week, they're already in peak form. And by peak, I mean P-E-E-K, because Falcons and Giants fans are afraid to fucking look. That said, why don't we take a peek at week 2? Oh, that whiskey really helps the gullet. My first pick, the Commanders are giving 1.5 to the G-Men in D.C. Fun fact, Daniel Jones was drafted 6th in the 2019 draft by the Giants, while the then Washington Redskins drafted the now late quarterback Dwayne Haskins with the 16th overall pick. And if you ain't sure what a mistake that was, the Redskins have had 3 times as many names in those past 5 years as Jones has had playoff wins. So that means the Giants fans have to wonder, what is more tragic, that Haskins is dead or that Jones is still alive? What is certain is that as long as Jones is starting, the Giants' playoffs hopes are on life support every season, because the only NFL player that's more likely to end a drive lying on the ground is Tyreek Hill. Now Jones travels to D.C. after an embarrassing loss that fittingly saw the G-Men playing in jerseys from 100 years ago. Something tells me they're going to wait another 100 years before wearing them. And good news, maybe by then, the Giants front office will have given up on Jones. In the meantime, take D.C. and lay the one to hook. My next pick, the Colts are giving 3 to the Packers in Green Bay. Let me tell you something. Steve will love this. The Packers team truly was laying fudge this past Friday night when with 6 seconds left, they shit themselves watching franchise quarterback Jordan Love lie on the ground and writhe in pain for about 10 minutes before he limped off the field, making way for backup. Yeah, you don't know. Unless you're a Packers fan and you're screaming, Malik Willis. Don't feel bad if you didn't know. He was only in 3 seconds, and in that time, he managed to throw the ball away within 3, so you couldn't see his name. They didn't have time to say it. And then he was lying on his back the last 3 of the game, so they couldn't even read it to you. But now he goes up against Colts running back Anthony Richardson, who I'm telling you, when healthy, we were talking about it on the football show. Hopefully you saw it. He's as good and exciting as any player in the NFL. Richardson looked explosive in his 4 starts last season and followed it up with a 3 TD, 2 passing, 1 rushing performance last weekend that saw him come within 2 points of upsetting the Texans. 2, ironically, also being the exact number of potential TD passes dropped by rookie wideout Adonai Mitchell. Give me Richardson based on his 5 explosive starts over the past 2 seasons any day over Willis, who had 3 starts in 2022 for the Titans in games that were as meaningless as the last 5 months of the White Sox season. Sorry, Schultz. I'm going to mess with the beer. Give me the Colts and lay the 3. My next pick. 49ers are giving 4 and a hook to the Vikes in mini. Hey, guess what? Christian McCaffrey's out of this game for the exact same reason he missed this past Monday night's game. Because the only thing worse than his nagging Achilles injury is the team he's playing. Jesus Christ, this past Monday night, fill-in running back Jordan Mason made such a joke of the Jets defense, you'd have thought his first name was Jackie. Jackie Mason? Look, I'm not saying they were bad, but the last time I saw Jets that rusty, they were fishing Amelia Earhart's plane out of the Pacific. If Jackie were still alive, I'd sell him that joke. And speaking of things that have trouble staying in the air, if you think the Niners' top-ranked defense is going to let Sam Darnold complete his first 3 passes, let alone his first dozen, like the woeful G-Men did this past Sunday, you deserve to be on that plane with Amelia Earhart. Take the Niners and lay the 4 and a hook. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet. The Eagles are giving 6 and a hook to the Falcons in Philly. After their Friday night win in Brazil last week, the Eagles are coming off 8 days rest and probably, if they took in the scenery down there, a 3-day Coke bender. The good Coke. Kidding. But you know who is on drugs? The fucking Falcons. If they don't already realize after one game, Cousins is the same dude we saw in DC and Minneapolis, a loser that pads his stats in garbage time and makes it close. And that's exactly the opposite of what we saw this last week in the team's loss to the Steelers, in which the game was close the whole time. And he did his what? His signature game-ending interception, his second of the day, as the Falcons lost to a Steelers team led by Justin Fields that never got into the end zone, winning behind 6 Chris Boswell field goals. Hey, maybe this week, instead of the NFL logo on the football, the Steelers should have Kirk Cousins' face on it because Boswell kicked the shit out of both. Still, I'm going to say this. Cousins, after starting 0-7 on Monday Night Football games over his 13 seasons, has won 3 of his last 4 for a 3-10 record. Is he going to make it 4 of his last 5? No. But I'm going to tell you, 4 out of 5 gamblers will tell you the NFL ain't going to let this be a second straight Monday Night Football blowout. Take the Falcons, as the NFL refs will fucking do it dirty for the Birds. They're going to keep it close, and I'm taking the Falcons on the 6.5 I'm getting. Those are Geno's picks. Maybe another whiskey?